everyone, and welcome back to my channel, JRC Restoration, Decor and Designs, and my name is Phyllis. And here on my channel, I share DIYs, home decor, Goodwill thrift hauls, and much, much more. In this video, I will be sharing with you how I make over my sister's shower. This is video part 2. What you just saw was part 1 where I covered her vanity. And this is her step-in, stand-in shower that I will be covering with the marble contact paper that I purchased from Walmart, as well as sealing it with polyurethane. And then I will be putting some lattice slats on the door and on the glass window. We saw this done by ATHomeWithNikki by Nikki Boyd when they did their bathroom, and mine is not as perfect as theirs, and I will show you why. But my sister loved it and I liked it too. It was my first time doing it, and I'm learning as I do the bathrooms more and more. I learn more and more of what to do. So again, this is just the shower makeover series part, and I will be covering the inside, sealing it, and doing the door. Now, again, this is the Duck brand marble contact paper that I purchased from Walmart, and it is $5.48, and after tax, just $6 and some change. On her shower, I want to say it took about 2.5 rolls, if I remember correctly, 2.5 rolls it took, because her sink only took not even a whole roll. So her shower took about 2.5 rolls. So if you'd like to see how I cover her shower, as well as putting the lattice slats on her glass door and the glass window, then just keep watching. Now let's get started. Okay, so here I get started on the back wall, and I am standing on a stool. So, and I'm doing this process the same way I did in the bathroom that I did back in June of 2020. Just taking it section by section. And I think my most challenging part in putting this paper up in the shower is around the soap dish, and you'll see that later down in the video. And I also discovered around the shot nozzle where the shower is, where you turn the water on and off. I remember someone commenting when I did the other one that all I had to do was remove that round part, and I discovered there are 2 screws. I didn't do it into the shower, but there's 2 screws that all you have to do is unloosen and move that big silver part up out of the way, and the contact paper can go behind it. I didn't know that when I did it to the shower, but when I put the black contact paper on the tub wall, I saw the screws, and the screws are on the shower head. So if you ever do this, all you have to do is unscrew those. You don't even have to take the nozzle, nozzle off where you turn to hot and cold. You don't even have to take it off. It's the silver round part just comes up, and you can just slide the paper down behind it. You'll see me do that to the nozzle on the tub. So here it is. I just got one piece done, and I love how this contact paper just conforms to the pattern on the tile of the wall. I did this contact paper in my kitchen on my backsplash, and my backsplash has a subway linear pattern, and I love the way the pattern just comes through the paper. Now here I'm doing it, this is where the challenging part comes, not here, but when I get down to the soap dish. I did cut above it. I was able to cut smooth on the top of the soap dish and use my use her not X-Acto knife. She had a utility knife to cut, but right here I did snip around so that I could bring it down to the top and cut. It's just when I was trying to get around the side of the soap dish, it kept crinkling up, and you'll see that here in a minute. What I'm going to end up doing is cutting it halfway and then starting the contact paper from the bottom to come up to meet in the middle. So you'll see that in a minute. But here I'm just snipping it so I can get it to the side. But you'll see where I keep pulling it up and putting it down. That's because it was trying to crease and fold and not lay down straight. And that's because of the bump out on the side of the soap dish I was trying to get around, and it was hard to do that. So again, you'll see where I end up cutting it somewhat in half and starting it from the bottom to come up to meet to the top, and it worked out perfectly. You can't even tell where there's a seam, and I guess too because it's under the soap dish where you can't see it. And I think I'm going to take my phone up under the camera. I'm on my phone up under it where you can see what it looks like when it's finished. But right here, I did get around it with the utility knife. It was no problem. It's just when I tried to lay it down flat, it kept creasing. And right here is where I kept pulling it up and trying to lay it down and pull up and lay it down, and just kept creasing and bubbling. So you'll see where I quickly just decide to just cut it in half and start it from the bottom to bring it up to meet up under the soap dish, and it worked out perfectly. Right here, this is where I was having that challenge. I kept pulling it up and trying to press out the crease that it was trying to make, so I decided to just cut it just below the soap dish, I think it is, and then start it from the bottom and bring it up right here where I slid it right there, just so that that side can lay nice and flat, and it worked out perfectly. And when I got up under the soap dish, you can see I just used my utility knife to just slit it to make it a perfect edge. And then here, I did not show where I cut around the faucet part, but here it is. I'm showing you. See where I put it up under the soap dish and just cut it, and it worked out really good after having such a challenge of trying to get around it. But now you're just going to see where the entire shower has been done. I didn't share how I went around the, not the shower head, but that part right there where you turn the water on and off. But you will see how I did it in the tub. Around the shower part, around that part where you turn the water on and off, I did the same process as I did around the soap dish. I just cut around it, and the same thing around the shower head. But here it is top to bottom, and it came out really nice. On both sides of the wall. I'm going to go down so you can see at the bottom, and you'll see where you step over the shower, there's a marble piece. That's part of the shower. That's actually a hard marble tile. That looks almost like the contact paper. But she loved it, and I'm learning the more and more that I do this technique to the showers that I've done so far. I think her shower is the third one. The first one I did in June of 2020, and then I did my dad's in November of 2020, and then her shower is the third shower that I did. And what I'm doing different to hers that I did not do to the other two showers is that I'm going to be sealing it with 3 coats of polyurethane. And this was at her request, which I think was an excellent request. And for any showers that I do in the future, I think I'm going to do that, just as long as it's not done in an apartment. But that marble piece right there over the step over, that's part of the shower. So it blended really nice with the contact paper that I purchased. And this is the half wall. And I will be explaining to y'all the blue tape that's on the window and on the door. That was no measurement. I just eyeballed it, and here it is. I eyeballed it because I will be you'll see where I've gone to Home Depot and I bought the lattice. Again, I got this idea from watching Nikki Boyd of At Home with Nikki when her husband did this. Me and my sister watched that video, and she wanted that done. Here I'm just showing you where I wrote down the measurements, and then we went to Home Depot and we got the slats. I think the only thing that I did not do, that I did not think until after the fact, and that is cutting the vertical slats to just fit in between the horizontals, the ones that's the slats that go across. I didn't cut it to fit in between the vertical slats. It's just the vertical slats is just one long piece going down, and those pieces, they're glued to the door, and the ones that are going across, they are also glued to the wood. And here is the wood that I got the white one. I painted it black with the same paint that I used from the cabinet doors. But as I was stating, I glued the wood. I'm going to flash across the screen the kind of glue I used. I did not show it in the video. I thought I took a video of myself doing that, and I did not. And here is I'm sealing it. After I painted it, each slat I painted with 2 coats on each side, and then I sealed it with 2 coats on each side. But I will be showing you how, which is coming up now. I'm using blue tape just to tape the ones that go across onto the verticals, only just to make sure that I have it leveled, have it equal distance from each other so that they can match up with the side of the door. This is the window. So I'm standing in the tub and I'm using the blue tape just to put it up there, just to make sure that I got them equal with the horizontal slats on the door. When I take it down, I glue wherever I have the tape on the stick. That's how I use it as a marker. I put the glue, which is a permanent glue, on the stick, and the sticks that are going crossways, these sticks, they are glued to the wood slats that's going straight up and down. Now the wood slats that are going straight up and down, those are actually glued to the glass, and she wanted it to be permanent. This is her home, so it's no problem with it being permanent. And because I put the seal on it, when she needs to wipe, it's no problem. I told her when she cleans the vanity to use baby wipes or some Clorox wipes on there. Don't scrub it. I even told her when she does the shower, make sure she use the scrub in the can. I think it's Mr. Bubbles. Spray it and let the foam just sit on there, or use a soft scrub or something that's not harsh. But as far as the sticks, she can take some baby wipes and just wipe them down when the dust and things get on there. And I already cleaned the glass and scrubbed the glass, and I told her to do the same thing when she cleans the glass. Use wipes or Windex if she wants to get in between the woods. Now I will open the glass door. You'll see on the inside, you won't see any tape, because again, when I took the woods down, I used glue on the ones that are going across to sit on the sticks. Here's the inside. The glue dries clear and it's permanent, so that's why you don't see it. And then what you'll see when I come up close with the camera, that I did not cut the vertical slats right here to go directly up against the glass, which I should have. I didn't think of that until after the fact, but again, she didn't mind it. She loved it. She liked the way it is, and it is no problem for her. If I was to do it again, in hindsight, I would have measured and cut each slat. Now here, I'm getting ready to seal the shower using the water-based polyurethane. This is the same thing that I used on the vanity, and I did 3 coats. And between each coat, I let it dry about an hour and a half. And she did not use her bathroom for about a week, about 10 days, 7 to 10 days, because I started this like on a Monday or Tuesday, and the following Tuesday, it might have been 2 weeks, a week and a half, because I know I finished on a Sunday and I was to go home on that Tuesday. So yes, this was about a week and a half that it took. But for the shower, I had her, this was done 3 days. It sat and cured before she took a shower. You'll see the wall there is black, it's already covered. So I'm going to show you how I put I do have a video showing how I put the contact paper on there. And then the black wall, that is also going to be sealed with this polyurethane. This is a request again of her, which I think is a perfect request, and for any other showers or vanities that I do in the future, as long as it's not in an apartment, if someone wants this done, I'm going to recommend sealing it. Now the other 2 bathrooms that I did not seal them, but they're holding up fine. I did a review, an 8-month review on the one in Jacksonville. I'll probably do another review of that soon, since I'm going to have to go back there. Now here is where the first coat was done, and how it's nicely sealed. It even seals in the contact paper when it's going around the bullnose edge. I use the blow dryer to make it conform and curl. So sealing it with the polyurethane, that really, really helps. And she loves the way this turned out. Okay, I've done this one coat of the urethane, water-based, and it's dried. And I'm getting ready to do a second coat, and then a couple hours after that I'll do a third coat. And then what I tell my sister when I did the sink, I told her not to use it for at least 24 to 48 hours. So this has been done now almost 5 days and she hasn't used it, so it's good and sealed. So I'm learning more and more as I use this contact paper what to do to give it longevity. It really doesn't need the layer on it. This was just her request, which I think is a very good request. It keeps it on. This is her house, so she wants something that she knows she can maintain and don't have to worry about trying to replace, which I told her it's fine without it. But again, this is just for her security, basically. So you can see the gloss. This is just one coat, and I'm getting ready to put a second coat on there. And again, I got it sitting here in the bottom of her tub, the water-based ultimate polyurethane by Varathane. I love this stuff. It's milky white, but it dries clear. And we just got this little bucket from the Dollar Tree. That was $1. And this brush is what the customer service rep at Home Depot recommended. I'll see if I can find online, because I threw the paper away that it came in. But I like it because, and of course, you know, a stick goes there, but it's perfect because I can get my finger in there. But it takes no time to cover a lot of space because of the length and the width of this brush, or this sponge head. Very thick. So we get ready to put the second coat on now. So that's all for this video. Come back on next week when I show you how I complete the covering of the black wall that you see there. And also I will be covering that with polyurethane, as well as showing you how I took the round piece off the hot and cold mechanism to put the contact paper behind it. And I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching. JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.